Lack of professionals in Africa is also a factor in how this is handled. And because of that lack of professionals, we find out that sometimes churches, pastors will replace professionals. So you find churches in Africa, if you go to the basement of these churches, you see people who are chained, who are quote unquote mentally ill, or they don't call it mentally ill. They said people who are crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
And they'll be beating them, and that is treatment. Deny them. How do you begin to convince people that that is not treatment, or do you think it's treatment that the churches are providing in this?
No, it's not treatment, but then here's the thing, right? Again, lack of information. So now what happens, even here in the United States and around the world, the pastors have conferences, right? And when they have conferences, that's when now people can come in and talk about some of the treatments that they can provide for their members, or resources that they can provide for their members. Because then here's the thing, in the communities back home, in the country, we entrust our leaders, and pastors are part of our leaders. And then people want to be healed. People want treatment. They want to feel better, and they want to see loved ones feeling better. So what other resources do we have except to take them to the church, to take them to that witch doctor that said, I can cast out all demons and make you feel good? So they go to those resources because that's what they know. And now those that are in power, sometimes, unfortunately, they take advantage of that now, because now people are entrusting them to heal these people. And sometimes now it gets to that point where, well, if we beat out this devil out of them, then they're going to feel better. And they're going to wake up and walk out of here and say, I feel better, which is unfortunate, because that's not going to help or heal those that are in those basements. And many of them will leave that basement if they ever have to leave that basement. If we had to do studies and research, many of them also take their own lives. Because then being in that basement, they're lifeless, they're hopeless, they're helpless. And many of them are like, I'm better off dead, whilst they're in that church where they're supposed to be getting help because of those beatings, right? So when they leave now, they are more inclined to say, I'm better off dead. What is the use of being out here now? I was killed there because the spirit was killed, the emotion was killed. So they come out now and they are even more hopeless and helpless, and many of them do take their own lives.
Now, there's a video in 2011 of